Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta sa inyong lahat? As you all know, I've been shamelessly simping for Brant. Yes, I admit it. I'm all in. And honestly, can you blame me? Based on what I need in my team and what so many in the community are looking for, Brant is an absolute top priority. A utility unit that can also dish out absurd amounts of damage. That's not just valuable. That's broken in the best way possible. Alright, so you remember when Brant was just really strong, right? Yeah, well, now he's actually perfect. The latest beta test didn't just reinforce his power, it elevated him to a whole new tier. His already impressive kit has been fine-tuned into something truly lethal. And for those who love his element and playstyle, this is nothing short of a dream come true. Fusion mains, we've been waiting for this moment. Our element has been overlooked, underestimated, and outright disrespected for far too long. But this buff, this isn't just a win for Brant, this is a win for Fusion itself. It finally puts us on the map, not just as a fun alternative but as a dominant force in the meta. Please do note that some information on this video is based on pre-released info, so please do take it with a grain of salt. I'll try my best not to divulge too much information, so for more info, more details, please look it up on Google yourselves. First up, the Resonance Liberation Multiplier. Last time we checked, it was a solid 400+%. Strong, sure, but now we're looking at 600+%. That's a massive 60% increase, and it makes a world of difference. No longer just an occasional burst, but this move is now a core strategy that cements Brant as an elite damage dealer. And let's point out that Chang Li's support buff actually benefits him even more. Imagine the synergy with fusion teams. Imagine the consistency of damage output. This buff isn't just about numbers, it's about making Brant feel smoother, more satisfying, and more impactful in every fight. Every time you trigger his Resonance Liberation, you're no longer just doing big damage, you're making a goddamn statement! And that's not all, because they decided not to nerf his Forte Circuit's total damage multiplier, which still sits at around 1900%. That means his already devastating kit just got even better without any downside. No nerfs, no weird reworks, just pure, unfiltered, unadulterated destruction. That's an entirely new level of fusion destruction. This is the kind of buff that finally lets his element compete at the highest tier. The devs aren't just making Brant stronger, they're making his entire element more viable. And whoever is developing Brant right now, whoever that team is, whoever's in there, they deserve to get a raise. Come on, Kuro, give them a salary increase. They basically created Fusion Jesus, the true messiah of the fusion element. Praise be thy name, amen. This is about the entire fusion element and not just about Brant. This update gives fusion mains a true top tier carry, someone they can build their teams around and confidently take into endgame content. With Brant leading the charge, fusion based compositions are no longer just a fun alternative. They're now a meta defining powerhouse, with Chang Li already an established fusion damage dealer and another rumored fusion unit coming sometime in Renacita. Plus add Mortifi, one of the most reliable off-field coordinated damage dealers in the fusion element. The future definitely looks brighter than ever for this burning element. Definitely an eternal flame for fans of fusion. Now let's talk about balance. Brant appears to be a powerhouse, but in a meta dominated by other high output DPS characters, he needed something to help him stand out. And now he's not just viable, he becomes essential. This isn't about making him overpowered, it's about making him matter. And before anyone worries about his base kit remaining untouched, that's actually a good thing. His energy gain, uptime, and utility were already solid. This buff focuses entirely on what makes him special, his raw damage potential. Now, fusion mains don't have to feel like second-class citizens in the DPS meta. With these buffs, Brant isn't just a niche pick, he's a frontrunner. His new power level forces the meta to adapt, bringing fusion strategies into the spotlight in a way we haven't seen before. So, what's next? Is Brant going to continue getting love from the devs? Are we finally seeing a shift where his element gets the respect it deserves? At this rate, we could be looking at an entirely new era of fusion-focused strategies. I can already see the patch notes now. Due to overwhelming community enthusiasm, we've decided to keep improving Brant's kit, ensuring that fusion mains always have a top-tier option. And honestly, it's about time. For too long, fusion damage has been an afterthought, a side option compared to the other dominant elements. But this is revolutionary. Fusion mains finally have a character that makes everyone take notice. So where does this leave us? If you decide to pull on Brant and play him, well, congratulations. You are now at the cutting edge of the meta. If you don't, maybe now is the perfect time to reconsider. Meta diversity isn't dead, and it's finally shifting in favor of fusion players. The days of fusion being overlooked are over. Now, nobody can say that Chang Li sucks. His buffs prove that the devs are willing to push fusion further to make it as rewarding and powerful as it always should have been. And on that note, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think buffing Brant was justified? Or did the devs go too far in making Brant the undisputable, sustained DPS king? Was this a necessary adjustment to finally give fusion mains a true powerhouse? Or are we looking at a balanced nightmare in the making? I know some of you are hyped beyond belief, while others might be sweating at the thought of Brant running rampant in every piece of content. So tell me, where do you stand? Did Brant deserve this moment to shine, or is this the beginning of a one-unit meta where no other DPS even matters? Is this a sign that the devs are finally listening to fusion players, or is it just another chapter in the saga of power creep and FOMO? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you thrilled, worried, or just here for the chaos? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and join my Discord for more updates on Brant's inevitable takeover of the game. Because at this rate, we might as well rename the entire meta to Brant's World, and we're just living in it. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.